Hi, I'm Danielle, and this is Chatter Out Loud, a podcast where I share thoughts and TV commentary on shows I like to watch. Now, before I start, I want to ask that you go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe. And on YouTube, where I upload my companion episode of my podcast, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way you can get a notification every time I post a new episode, and you won't miss out. All right, so welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your presence is very much appreciated. All right, I have something a little different, not so far removed from a Hallmark movie review, but this time we're talking about UPtv. UPtv's Destination Romance. It features premiere movies every Sunday night in May. First in the lineup is Aloha with Love, starring Tiffany Smith, who plays Gemma, and Trevor Donovan, who plays Ben. And the synopsis is as follows. Gemma, a big city architect, must fly to Hawaii in order to handle the estate of her late aunt. At her aunt's request, she must first renovate the house. Ben, a handsome country boy contractor, helps her revive the home and in the process revitalizes Gemma. All right, when I watched the previews, I for one was looking forward to the scenery. Maui is very beautiful, and if I'm not mistaken, this was the location for the movie. I really want to plan a trip for next year, and this movie definitely helped motivate me. It was beautiful background, beautiful backdrops, and that clear water. Anyway, I found that the movie was fun. It was fun, right? I like home renovations. I was a huge fan of that show TLC, or the show on TLC called Trading Spaces. It was kind of the start to all of the home makeover renovation shows, right? It was one of the firsts. I actually met one of the designers, Vern. Out of all the designers on the show, he was my favorite. And when I met him, unfortunately, I didn't have a really good experience with him. And I'll just say he was having an off day. He was not so pleasant, not so warm, not so nice, but it kind of changed how I viewed him on that show moving forward, but that's okay. People are human. They have off days. Anyway, I don't want to get too far off track. I've already taken a turn. Let me get back on track to we're chatting about Aloha with Love. Okay. In Aloha with Love, we get a mixture of a beautiful destination, plus DIY, home renovation, plus romance. And I felt it worked. I thought that the plot of the movie wasn't bad. I didn't know you could be so specific in your terms when leaving property to someone. Auntie Lonnie was very specific, right? She had the contractor picked out and everything. And oddly enough, when I read the synopsis and they mentioned that Ben was a handsome country boy, I had a very different view of a country boy because I didn't find Ben to be a country boy at all. I thought he was more of a pretty boy, the surfer type. I didn't find him to be country. Country looks very different to me. But, that's okay. It's not really a criticism, just an observation. Let's see. Where did I want to start? I lost my place here. Just one second. Oh, I was talking about the scenery. I love the opening scene. Yeah, let me get back to that. The opening scene. And throughout, we saw the island of Maui with the blue water. It was so clear and crisp. Just so pretty, right? We only got a little bit of Pono and Lonnie's relationship. Maybe I wanted a little more. But then again, throughout the movie, when Pono was able to express himself, I suppose we got how close they were, right? Pono and Lonnie, they were siblings. So I guess we got a little bit from there, but I guess I was expecting a little bit more of a foundation in terms of that relationship. We didn't get much, but that wasn't the basis of the movie. Well, no, not really, right? Not really. All right, let me just get into the performances. I thought the performances were good. Darren and Mr. Barrington were not so nice. More so crude businessmen that focus mainly on the dollar and the deal. I thought their roles were done very well. because I wasn't fond of either one of them. I don't have the actor's name in front of me, but they did a great job because the people they were playing were not likable, and they were very good at it. All right, I thought Tiffany Smith was good in her role too. I had no problem buying into her being Gemma. I am one of the few people, I think, that did not get into or see that whole Meghan Markle and Harry story on Lifetime she starred in. I see the resemblance, but it didn't distract me from her being Gemma. And by the way, she also played, I want to say, a lieutenant, I think, I don't know what her ranking was, but she was a military person on an episode of NCIS where she played a character called Meghan Merkel. And that was pretty funny. She was good in that role too. But the whole episode focused or kept bringing up how much she resembled Meghan Markle. And her name was Meghan Merkel. Anyway, I don't really watch NCIS. Now that Jed has gone, those of you that know NCIS, you know what I'm talking about. I can't watch it anymore. All right. Anyway, I liked how, I was going to say Tiffany, Gemma put Mr. Barrington in his place in the end. Yep, I thought that was a great scene. All right, Trevor Donovan. I wasn't disappointed. He was great in his role. For the, I think that, what are they called? Trevor Dono fans or something like that. I was trying to, I think the hashtag is Trev Dono fans or something like that. His fan base. Anyway, I thought they were, based on Twitter, they were very happy when he took his shirt off in the movie. Remember, he was under the sink, the pipe burst and water got on his shirt. So he just had to take the shirt off. And nothing like using a little sex appeal to get views, right? I, for one, thought the shirt was off a little too long, especially when it wasn't even that much water on the shirt. But it's okay. He's a very nice looking man who works out. Yep. But he did not disappoint me in this role. I thought he was very good in his role. Ethan. And I think the actor's name that played Ethan is Stephen Wu. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going off from memory. He played that surfer bro. Remember when he walked in? He's like, bro. When he and Ben were talking about how hot Gemma was. That cracked me up. It was just a funny moment to me. Pono, the dad, and he's played by Branscombe. I know I'm butchering that name. I apologize. Branscombe, I think, Richmond. He was good in the role, right? And he's a very good actor because I've seen him in a lot of stuff. He was just in that Lifetime movie, The Walls Are Watching, and that was a thriller. And I watched that. It was a scary role. He was very good in it, but it didn't. I just watched that the night before. It did not take away from me believing he was Pono in this film. So he's a very good actor. I thought his role was done very well. All right, a few funny moments in the movie to me was when Emma told Gemma, Emma's the niece, right? When she told Gemma the reason that she could be having that spin wheel of death on her computer, I think that's what they call it, was for firing. It was her karma for firing Ben. I thought that was funny. Gemma using the sledgehammer when she had to tap into that energy to get a hole in the wall. That was kind of cute. And then the kissing her boo-boo. I mean, I saw it in the preview. I wish they hadn't shown it. Maybe I would have appreciated it a little more. But there wasn't more to that scene other than the fact that he kissed her boo-boo. It was funny. I just wish they didn't show that as a preview and it was a surprise for us in the movie. I think I probably would have laughed a little harder. But that was cute, right? When they meaning Darren, he called Gemma sunny and naive. I kind of felt a little misogyny in that characterization of Gemma. I didn't like it. Not only did not like that characterization, right? It made me cringe, right? All right, the development deal. when they were demoing the home to the ground, or not, they didn't demo the home, but they were talking about demoing the home to the ground. And that was by, Darren was trying to get a deal and build condos with this oceanfront view and stuff like that. He was always about the deal. That kind of made me cringe too, because he's just about the deal and the dollar and the deal. All right, a little bit of romance here. The homecoming dinner Ben had Ethan put together. I guess it was to make up for how he abandoned Gemma when they were 17 years old. The setting was nice. The backdrop was beautiful, and I loved everything about it. When he broke out the boombox and put the cassette in, yep, I loved it. I meant to look up the song, but the song went right with the scene, so I like that. I just really appreciated a boombox with a cassette tape. I still have cassette tapes. Yeah. Anyway, when they danced, that was cute. I was like, oh, it was all great. And shortly after they began to dance, they kissed. It was a great kiss, so that was a good scene. I had a few feels in the movie, the feel goods, or strong reactions. Auntie Lonnie and her advice to Gemma, I thought that was her advice to Gemma on life, and the email we saw at the end, that moved me. When they came home to setting her up to reconnect with Ben and the email, that's what I'm talking about in terms of her advice. Let me back up. Auntie Lonnie's advice when she first talked to Gemma on the phone, and then later in the email. I like that. The last email from Auntie Lonnie was actually a video she sent via email that made me cry, because it was right before, it was right before Auntie Lonnie passed. But it was very emotional, and I felt like Tiffany's reaction to that was strong. It really moved me as well. Ben wanting to keep working on the house, right? He was only trying to fulfill Lonnie's dream, or Lonnie's legacy. I think that's what they kept saying. They want to continue Lonnie's legacy. I like that. And he really wasn't ready to say goodbye to the house. Sarah wanting to open her own bakery and create a life after her kid leaves for college. I thought that was relatable and realistic, right? The dad's grief and missing his sister, and how he was so upset that he couldn't finish that table before she passed. Oh my goodness. That was a great scene. And that actually made me tear up. I thought that was a very, very good scene. He's a very good actor. I believed everything about that scene. Let's see. I already talked about the legacy. Oh, Gemma realizing at the end she already had a partner. That was great. When she was going off on Mr. Barrington, calling him pompous, I loved it. Pono, when he tapped Mr. Barrington on the shoulder, did he not stop in his tracks? Yeah, we love Pono. We love dads that do that. Like, excuse me. Like, let's settle down, right? He tapped him. Yes, he did tap him right on the shoulder. All right. The house renovation, it was beautiful. We loved it. The view was great. I think they called it a whale window, but it was beautiful. It was oceanfront. You can see everything. It was a nice finish. And the dad finishing the table, that was moving, right? Because of the scene where he was so upset he couldn't finish because time takes us away, and we're always busy and things like that. Isn't that so true? That was a relatable moment. And Auntie Lonnie's, and this is what I was trying to say earlier, but I didn't have it in front of me. When she was giving the message that, or to Gemma, in terms of people, you want to be with people who love you for who you are and not what you can do for them, right? Not settling for less than you deserve. Good life lesson, right? And then Jenna selling her condo in LA to purchase the land for her sister to start her bakery. That was nice. A lot of things happened. I don't know how many months. I looked up and I saw something, the number of months later. I kind of missed it. I didn't rewind it. But Gemma selling her home and getting, I don't know, maybe that happened fast for me. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that can happen that fast. All right. Anyway, Gemma returned home to Hawaii, and it was a happily ever after. The ending I love. I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the feel good. How about you? Have you seen the movie yet? Are you going to see it? Let me know what you think in a comment. I appreciate that. All right, and that's all I have. So be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, share, follow, and subscribe. And consider leaving me a comment. I'd love to engage with you. Thanks in advance. All right, my name is Danielle, and you're listening to my podcast, Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.